I'm here with Mabel, otherwise known as Peppa Pig, in her natural habitat where she attracts the mud, and today we are going to take you for a drive. So to kick off, Mabel started the day out in the field with her posse. This is Renska, whose beautiful bum you can see. It's also why she's otherwise known as JLo. Behind her is Hitching, who walked up the road with Mabel, hence why he's got the head collar on. He didn't want to move, he didn't want to leave the ladies this morning, but he had a friendship bond session, so needs must, you know. There's work to be done, kids. Work to be done indeed. That's Mabel over there, you can see the beer belly. Friesian Experience, well, welcome back. We're here with Mabel in New York, Mabel the table Peppa Pig, who is going to be going on a drive this morning. She's going to cruise around with the carriage.
Wiggle around.
Yeah, wiggle around, wiggle her way around the Lake District. And then up here, overlooking, we have the elders. We have Anya.
I'm glad you weren't pointed at me.
Well, I mean, I can do as well. We have the elder. We have Anya, Papa Smurf, and Hida. Hida's going to go in stable stage tonight. We have Hoitzer over there with the tiny person.
Is he?
I mean, is it a stable stage tonight? Is it not? Well, I mean,
Is it tonight?
I think so.
I thought it was tomorrow night.
It's Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, no, we've got friendship bond today.
All right. Well, I mean, you could have just gone along with it anyway, because now
Sorry,
you
I've
show
ruined
me
your
up
video
now.
now.
You have. But anyway, over there we have Hoitzer, who is actually going in a friendship bond with Jabbers. And yeah, I'm gonna leave this camera at the side now on a little time lapse. Well, it's not a time lapse, actually. You know, we do genuinely prep our horses this quickly. Okay, so Mabel is now all harnessed up, ready to go. And the last thing we do once we've harnessed up is we take a little bit of hair out of the forelock, and making you get your gloves off. And we plait it over the headpiece, as you'll see in a second, and into the mane. And what that does is, it's just a safety thing really, just in case the bridle should get caught on anything or slip off, it won't basically. So see here, just plaiting it in.
So Hol's just bringing Mabel over to put her in front of the carriage.
Gonna hitch in.
We are going to hitch in.
But you can't hitchhike with us.
So it's always important to stand your horse nice and square in front of the shafts and then bring the carriage to the horse.
She can see a boy.
Oh, she can see a boy. It's always good if Mabel can see a boy.
She likes boys.
There we go, beautiful.
Oh, May. We can still see boys, and what Tracy's about to do now, Mabel, stop looking at the boys, is bring the shaft up to Mabel. And what I'm going to have to do now is grab the shaft, just to hold it up. That's it, good girl.
Okay,
Tracy's got it, cool.
step it forward.
Come up on, Mabes. Up on.
Just because ideally you hitch in on
Good
level
girl.
ground, but we don't have much level ground here, so the carriage rolls. So we have to put the brake on.
Yeah. Nothing round here is level, and nothing round here is not rocky.
So we've got the quick release tucks that we put on to hold the shafts in place, and then we put the traces back to the quick release clips on what's called the swingle tree. We don't actually use breeching, which is the strap that goes around the horse's bottom, because we're so hilly round here, we don't like the horses to have to sit back into the breeching, because it puts a lot of wear and tear on them with all the hills. So we have very basic harness, and we've got brakes on the carriage.
All
So
the
the
mod
horses-
cons.
Yep, absolutely. Wonderful.
Excellent. Right, so now we are all ready to go with little Mabel. Video her coming down the driveway. Not that coming downhill is a flattering angle for them, because obviously they have to brace themselves. But yeah, on our way we go. So my job when we come out and about with the carriage is I groom, so I get hop on and off at any junctions to check what's coming around the corner, because obviously being on the carriage, Tracy can't necessarily see what's coming around the corner at junctions, and you don't want to send the horse out onto the road without knowing what's coming. I will also, if there's anything that scares Mabel, I'll hop down, stand by her head, reassure her, let her know it's okay. Also, sometimes with little Mabel, she's a lot better than she used to be. Very occasionally though, if there's something very big and loud on the road that she doesn't like, she just sometimes tries to spin, which could get dangerous if the carriage jackknifes. So that's why it's important that I hop down, stand by her head and stop her from spinning. And yeah, if there was ever a nasty situation which we ended up in any kind of accident, I'd also be on hand to help sort that out and diffuse the situation. So yeah, it's always important that whenever you take your horse driving, you shouldn't drive alone. Is that another one? Oh.
Yeah. This is better than she drove the other day.
She's had a few days off though, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, once they've got the fitness there, and they know what they're doing, it really doesn't matter.
No. And in many ways, sometimes the break benefits them, because especially when you're up in the ante a little bit within the training, it allows the brain and yeah.
And I think that's definitely what happened with Mabel, because obviously last week I had a day where I was asking for a bit more shouldering and she was getting very anxious and she was rearing and saying it was really difficult. Then the next day I took it back and didn't take the angle so steep. The following day you and Jodie got on her, and then she had 4 days off, and then she went to do it yesterday and she was really relaxed and happy with it, even going in full flats.
Yeah.
Because she understood and she sort of processed that and knew what I was asking her to do.
And that's the thing, you know, within the training, it's not about forcing them or making them do anything. You educate and explain what you'd like of them, and sometimes, well, a lot of the time they don't understand straight away. They do get a bit stressed, they do come back at you, you know, like Micah. Her thing is, when she doesn't understand or when she gets stressed, is to come up and rear, and that's not her being naughty.
No, it's just her saying that you're pushing me a little bit too far right now. But sometimes you do have to work through that, because sometimes you do have to push them that bit further and ask them to do a little bit more than they're comfortable with, because it's the only way that they're going to improve and get better.
Yeah.
But it's always finding that right balance.
And it's no different to yourself if you're going to the gym, if you're starting to lift a heavier weight, or you're running or cycling and you're starting to bike or run that little bit faster or that little bit further. In the beginning it is hard and it doesn't necessarily feel nice, but you have to push through that to progress, and it's the same with our horses. Okay, so Mabel has been unharnessed. She's had a full body bath as she was a little grotesque. We have Lynn here, one of our lovely volunteers, who is currently cleaning the harness. It's the big boss. Big. And then we have the carriage there, which I'll put away in a second. And we got Hitching here, who's also about to be bathed before he goes into the friendship barn. It was a productive outing. Mabel has, hopefully, fingers crossed, even burned a few calories. And now here she is, back out on the field with her potty, who she could not care less about, even though she doesn't like being alone because it stresses her out. She's just a very unconventional little character, although her unconventionality is ultimately what makes her so incredibly cool. That and those cute little ears.